Hey y'all, so this video is going to be a little bit different. We have a sick day today. This is my son. He's 2 years old and he's been throwing up. Oh, what is this? So we're in the living room. We've been in the living room for several hours. We slept down here last night because when they're sick and throwing up, I don't like putting them in their bed and I like being right beside of them so I can help them when they throw up. So I'm sitting on the couch in the living room right now. He's watching TV. Hopefully he'll get undistracted by the phone here in just a second. He keeps saying cheese. But while we're in the middle of this throwing up sickness and it's fresh in my mind, I wanted to share with y'all a quick mental checklist of things that you should keep in your house for when your kids are sick and throwing up. Luckily, I had everything I needed this go around. So you never know when it's going to happen. You never know at what age. I'd never had a toddler size kid throw up until him. My other two girls, I think they were probably at least 3, if not 4, before they threw up like a constant throw up. And we had the occasional weird sickness things like throwing up in the car seat in the car, but never like how he does. Like he gets a fever and he starts throwing up, or he gets a stomach bug and he throws up and throws up. First time he threw up was probably like 6 or 8 months ago. He's 2.5. So I had never dealt with a little one throwing up. But I'm going to give you a mental checklist of things to have on hand for in case it happens. You never know when it's going to happen. You're never ready that first time around. 99% of the time, you're not going to catch it when it starts to happen, like we didn't catch last night's. But after that first initial throw up, your brain needs to go into throw up mode and get prepared. So some things to have. I'm not going to go in any kind of order. I'm just throwing this out there. Lots of towels. I'm sitting on a towel right now. This is like an old ratty towel. Don't get rid of your old stained, tore up towels. Keep some for when you've got throw up situations. Like we're on the couch right now, so I've got towels on the couch. We have a blanket that's like a family picnic blanket that you can put outside that's kind of weatherproof. And it's slick on one side. I've got it on the floor, so it's like slick on this side. So that's what he's been sitting on. This is his little Spider-Man bed that he slept on last night. Here's another thing that we do. This is his pillow. This come untucked last night, so definitely make sure that is tucked in. This has got like the little flap where it tucks in, so it was tucked in during the night. But his pillow, I put a trash bag over it. If you've got like a waterproof cover that goes on pillows, then do that. But I learned that long time ago, I put a trash bag over top of his pillow in case he did throw up while he was asleep and it got on his pillow. Then I could just take the pillowcase off, take the trash bag off, like you can flip it inside out or whatever, and then carry it to the washing machine like that. And I had pillowcases ready to go, and that way you still got a fresh pillow. That is actually an Easter bucket. I think it was from this past Easter. If you saw my my video where I showed what we got our kids for Easter, this was one of their buckets. I think if it wasn't this past year, it was a year before. So this is our throw up bucket. I had this double lined. My daughters actually helped me put this together. I've got 2 grocery bags here and then paper towels in here to keep the splash at a minimum. And then we had another layer in here. So we had 2 more trash bags or grocery bags on top of that with paper towels on top of that. We actually caught some of the throw up last night in the bucket. So all I had to do was pick the bag up, take it out, tie it up, throw it in the trash. So this was left over and this stayed with us during the night last night. Trying to think what else. Blankets on standby. If you got a spare blanket. He's going to get back up here. If you've got a spare blanket. Okay. Make sure that you keep them where you can have them in rotation. Like I washed like 3 loads of clothes last night. Every time he would throw up, I'd go take whatever he was wearing, wear something simple and easy that if they throw up, you can take it off easily, and it's not going to be something that's like tight on their head that you're going to have to smear stuff when you're trying to take their shirts off. So he had on like a loose shorts and tank top last night after he threw up the first time around, and I was getting prepared. I'm trying to think. Paper towels, disinfectant wipes, baby wipes. Even if your kids are older, keep the baby wipes. They're good for everything, especially throw up. I mean, I was cleaning it off the couch and the floor and my feet and everywhere yesterday. So definitely keep baby wipes on hand, even if you've outgrown the baby wipe stage. And Clorox wipes, if you're not the kind of person that keeps like the disposable stuff, keeping it on hand for this kind of situation is a lifesaver. You don't want to be without it in situations like this, or I don't anyway. We don't clean with Clorox wipes or like the disinfectant wipes, but we keep them for the emergency stuff like this, or like nasty stuff that we need to clean up that we don't want to use a rag and spray with. So Clorox wipes, or some sort of disinfectant wipes. Paper towels. I used to not keep paper towels in the house, but now we keep them for gross stuff. I make sure that there's always a roll of paper towels in the house, and that comes in handy with this kind of situation. Thermometer, if they're throwing up, they're sick, you want to make sure you got a thermometer on hand. Don't wait until you need it. Make sure you got one somewhere. If you don't normally have one in the house, make sure you have one for emergency situation. And then electrolyte drink, like Pedialyte. You could do Pedialyte. We didn't have any Pedialyte, but we always keep, I don't think I have a packet down here, just like the packets that go in a regular bottle of water where you do 1 packet per bottle. We keep the water flavor mixes or whatever, and we had some electrolyte ones of that. So this morning, he hasn't thrown up since late last night. This morning, I was having him sip on some of that, so I fixed him some of the electrolyte water, put in his cup, and he's been sipping on that. Like, I put like this much in his cup just to make sure it was going to stay down, and then had it, about 15 minutes later, give him a little bit more and just waiting to see what he's going to tolerate. So definitely like the Pedialyte, and you can get the Pedialyte in the little packets that mix into the bottle. You don't have to get like the actual already made Pedialyte. Stuff's expensive. And I think they make off-brand Pedialyte too. But some sort of electrolytes to get in their system after they've been throwing up. I haven't given him any Tylenol yet because I'm not one to rush to do the medicine. If I don't have to, I like to let their bodies fight it off if we can. So, but we do have Tylenol. I make sure that I keep that. And when you've got little ones, you got to make sure you've got the right dosage, or the right strength, and know what the dosage is. So as they grow, they can get different dosages of the pain medicine, fever reducer, like Tylenol, ibuprofen, that kind of thing. So make sure that you've got, enough. If you got a little one and you haven't bought any kind of pain medicine, and you don't have the little kid stuff, make sure you keep it on hand. I've run into that with him with some of the like cold medicine, because most cold medicines are not for kids under 4. So make sure you've got some on hand that are age appropriate. I'm trying to think what else. I think I covered everything. Oh, something that I have not done with him yet, but I did with my daughters that are older when they were throwing up. And like I said, they were older when we were dealing with the throwing up stuff. I would do a throw up cup, and I learned that like off of a TV show of something. I don't remember what it was, but keep like the 32 ounce styrofoam cups, just a couple of them, and let them use that, because when they're little, like, he's terrified of this bucket. When I come at him with this bucket that I showed you a minute ago, he started crying last night because it like triggered like, oh no, I'm going to throw up, even though he wasn't throwing up yet. If he saw me bringing the bucket close to him, he started crying. So when they're little like that, they can't really hold like a big trash can or whatever, and they're not going to make it to the toilet. So a 32 ounce like styrofoam cup, and put napkins or paper towels down in it, and their little, little hands, they can hold that cup. And we did that several times with my daughters when they were like, 3, 4, 5 years old and still not big enough to make it to the toilet yet. They could hold that big styrofoam cup and throw up into that, and then you just throw it away. Put it in keep some plastic grocery bags, throw it in the bag, tie it up, throw it in the trash. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I pretty much had everything covered. When he started throwing up, we picked up all the toys off the floor and we put this blanket down. If they're in their room, I've done this with my older ones. I have a trail of towels going from their bed to the bathroom, because one of my daughters is notorious for not making it to the bathroom. I have cleaned up stuff off of the floors and the doors and the walls. So a trail of towels from their bed, on their bed, like lay it on their bed, on their pillow, on the floor leading to the bathroom. If you don't want to clean up off the carpet, once they get in the bathroom, it's easier to clean. But if you don't want to clean it up off carpet, or rugs or whatever, trail of towels from them to the bathroom is a good idea. I'm trying to think. Extra thing, not necessary, but candles and room air freshener spray. It got a little stinky in here last night. We had the door open. They were spraying stuff. I was in here with it. I couldn't smell it after a little bit because I'm cleaning everything. But my kids and my husband was like, "Whew, that's gross." They come down here spraying stuff. We lit candles. So make sure you got some air freshener spray. Maybe throw a can of Febreze or something in with your throw up kit. And you can like put all this stuff in a bucket. I had done this when we had stomach bug going around continuously. I would have that throw up bucket like I showed you, and I put stuff in it. Like I had a thing of Clorox wipes in there and extra trash bags in there to keep like over the pillow and lay on their bed. If they're in their bed and you're going to keep them in their bed, you could put a trash bag under their blanket that they're laying on, or like under the fitted sheet. That's another trick that I do when they're in the bed, or like the crib sheet. You can tear a trash bag to make it big enough and cover their bed, and then put a fitted sheet on top of that, and then another trash bag, and then another fitted sheet. That way, if it happens in the middle of the night, it's good for potty training too. You can just pick the sheet and the trash bag up at the same time, throw it in the washing machine, throw it in the trash, and you've still got a fresh layer, and you don't have to change that in the middle of the night. I think I covered everything. Is there anything else that you know of when you've got the throw up sickness in your house that you keep on hand all the time? Let me know in the comments. Bye.